I got mine a different way. I went into preferences, then settings, and then I clicked something that said virtual background.
I'm not finding my settings on here. I'm not finding my settings.
Go to the top where it says .us, and then you can go down to preferences. It's the second one down.
I feel
okay,
funny.
so
I can't see
on the
anybody.
top, I have mute, stop video, share contact.
No, the very top of, oh wait, do you have an Apple?
Yes.
No,
Yeah, I do
well, yeah,
too.
an iPad. I'm using an iPad.
Oh, okay, I'm on a desktop, so it's probably different.
I used to have a virtual background, so I don't know why I can't do it this time.
It's in 3 dots. Do you see more? 3 dots?
Yeah, I see the 3 dots, and I have meeting settings, minimize, raise hand, and disconnect.
I have virtual background in there.
Damn. Well, you'll just have to look at my office.
I think that's okay.
What can I say?
Jennifer, I'm just letting you know I'm actually recording this on my computer, but I'm not seeing it recording on Facebook. Is there a reason? Can you see it on yours? The live stream, I'm not seeing it on my side. Can you see it?
No, it says recording right now. Hold on here.
Yeah, but it's recording on my computer locally. Is it recording on also?
Yeah,
I'm just
recording on my side right here. It is recording.
Record it.
Yeah, it is recording.
Should be recording. I'm recording it. It's not. What? Okay. Everyone, do me a favor. Other people are talking. If you mute yours while others are talking, it'll make it so we can all hear each other.
Okay, so
Roberta, it looks like it's recording.
There she is.
See it?
I got to do the gallery shot. Let's see. There's everybody.
And I'm letting in people that are in the waiting room.
The only problem with
Roberta, it looks like
can't
it's
see.
recording everything.
Yeah, that's because I have a recording. I don't see it doing a live feed though. I don't see live stream at this moment. I don't know why.
It says live on Facebook recording.
Oh, good. Okay. I set it up ahead of time.
Recorded.
Good to know. Okay. I set it up ahead of time through yours.
Yes, we're good.
We're good. I just have also live putting it on mine because that way I could edit out all this yakking at the beginning. And then I'll just kind of figure out what we need and I'll put it on YouTube. Okay. So that way it doesn't record everything on how to do stuff. Okay. So we have quite a lot of people. I'm just letting in people at the moment every time someone's in the waiting room.
That's
So,
perfect. Yeah.
So are the people on this just from our chapter, or are they?
No, it's from all 3 chapters.
Oh, okay.
So we have people from the Massachusetts chapter, from the South Carolina chapter, and we have people from the Florida chapter. So if you see familiar faces, you'll know why. If you don't see anybody that you know, you'll know why.
Some of us are from 2 chapters.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. I was going to say, some of us are crossovers. We belong to 2 chapters, maybe even 3.
Or 3.
That's right. Well, I recognize names because I think that, you know, by the time we got, you know, touching everybody's painting about 5 times to get it hung, you know, I'm starting to match them up. So,
Yeah.
what a great show.
Yes, it's a wonderful show.
I was for the art for the artist.
Hi, CJ. Hi, everyone.
Can I ask a question about setting up the show?
And if you don't see everybody on the one,
you guys did such a great job, and I think we all applaud how amazing it is. And it's not like anything I've seen really before. Did you do this on a program, or did they help you? Or, you know, it just seems like if I were to do it, it would take me a year.
It did. Ask Lisa and Roberta, you know, how long we fumbled around. We thought it would be, you know, we'll each put in a few hours, but.
Okay, you answer that one.
Yes.
It is a software program. And it comes with all different sizes of rooms. So we will be paying for use of it. And I am hoping that at least in South Carolina, I can get 4 or 5 people who will volunteer to be curators. So you can then put on your resume, museum curator, because it's once you, if you can upload stuff to Facebook and to Instagram, then you can do this. It's not that difficult. It's all drop and drag. The difficulties we had were that we didn't read the directions. So, you know, when we had things a little too close together, we couldn't figure out why the print wasn't showing up on the wall. And it was because we had to separate things a little bit. And then we realized we were going to have to add another room because there was just no way we were going to squeeze it in. And we could have double stacked, but you know, why? You know, it looks so much better not to do that. So, I think it's going to work out really well. We're already excited about being able to use it as both a backup for all of our shows that are physical this year, because, you know, nobody really knows what's going to happen. Most people
You're
are
an optimist.
Too.
Right.
And then we can do more joint shows. We can have people give us proposals for individual shows or their own group shows. So the idea is that we can keep multiple shows going on all of our websites, and then we'll just, you know, we'll just keep posting what everybody else has going on. That way we're just become little virtual hubs.
I have a question about it.
Yes.
Is there any way there could be, when you go into how to navigate and everything, something that you can just also type an artist's name? And then
I wish it was, and I think what we're going to have to do is the next time on the portals, we can type in, we can have like a little summary of who all the artists are in that gallery.
Okay.
So people will know which one. But we simply, this was the first run through, and there was a lot of stuff that we thought about we could have done after the fact. But we did not. If it was just separated by chapter, we could have done it, but because we decided to mix it all up and make it more interesting, we didn't do that. But we can do that. Yeah, we can add it on the outside.
It was impressive. It's impressive looking.
Well, you know, and that's the whole point. I mean, there's not really a lot of point in going to a website to see 25 photos of your artwork on the front of the on the front page of the website. There's nothing really, I mean, that's like, okay, great, I can do that on Facebook.
Yeah, and I love how when you scroll around, you see the outside space through the windows.
Yes, and you can turn the shadows of the people on and off. I like that we can invite people to the show from our own painting in there, so that you can click on invite and that you can send the invitation out to, you can put 20 emails in there or 1, and you can also post a painting on your Facebook. And
I don't know how to do that. Would you send directions?
Yeah, it's right in there. You just, when you go in, there's a little tab in the right hand upper corner with an arrow on it. And if you click on that tab that drops down, on one side it says inquire, and on the other side it says invite. When you click invite, you know, Pinterest, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and an email show up. So you can either email it, and when you click the email, it'll populate the photo that you're looking at into the email, and it says, it has a little can thing, but you can add to it. I think it says, I saw this really amazing painting at this exhibit, and I think you'd like it, so that they can, you know, show it to somebody else. Or you can click on the Facebook icon and it will go right into your Facebook, and it'll populate the website to go to it, and it will use the picture that you're at. So if you want your photo or somebody else's, I've been trying to do a couple different ones every week. So I'm just kind of going through the galleries and I'm picking things out, and I'll just keep clicking and putting people's stuff up on my Facebook and my Twitter. And so it works, and it's nice because we're getting good hits on it. I haven't checked it today.
Oh, okay.
But, we were, the Susan H. Hammond Gallery, when I checked it on Friday, had like 506 people who had viewed it. Every gallery is real close to that. You know, I the Susan Hammond Gallery. And we've had, on Friday, it was like 1,055 website hits. So that means 1,000 people went to the website. It doesn't tell me how many people went into multiple websites, but it also only, we had probably, somebody's got an airplane. So we probably had about 2,000 people visit all the different websites, but it doesn't tell me, like, if somebody posts the link to one gallery, an invite on their Facebook, that's not going to register on my website hits. That'll only tally on who entered the exhibit room itself. So we're at over or very close to 500 people for each one. And we have visitors from UK, Canada, Italy, Brazil, Israel, France, and Germany. So
Nice.
and we haven't done any advertising yet. So if we actually advertise at $5 a day on Facebook, then we'll probably be driving double or triple that, I would think, in there. So we'll experiment with that since it'll be up for a while, and we'll see what we need to do on advertising. If anything, in the beginning, it looks like not a lot. But, you know, if we're getting, I mean, when we do a regular gallery show, do you get 50 or 100 people a day that go into the gallery?
No, it never happens.
No. So what we can do, why it's good is it's good because we can add a link. It'll look like the little, you know, infinity link. When you click on the icon up in the right-hand corner, a little link will pop out if we have your link in there, or it'll go straight to South Carolina or wherever. That link will go to your website. And if you have your website set up correctly, then you can also, if you can count the hits to your website, you can see how much traffic it drives there. Now, I had my link in and I checked it in. You know, my website, honestly, embarrassing as it may be, I usually only get about 30 or 40 hits a month because I don't have the search engine optimization. I don't really work it. The first 3 days of the show, I had 170 hits to my website. Now, that's huge if you have things set up for one click to a sale. So, you know, part one was, does this work for us? And, you know, part two was, how do we drive traffic? And part three, well, how do we monetize it and turn it into actual sales too? So we'll get it there because we don't have an option. We just have to figure out what it is we need to do. But I think it works great. Doesn't anybody have any other questions?
I mean, I know that we've been getting some great, hi everyone. So I'm Jennifer.
Hi.
I'm over at the Mass chapter, and then Kate Kennedy's over at South Carolina, and then Roberta. I think we all know each other, but I just wanted to.
Oh, I know. I know Jennifer.
Sorry, Judith.
Introduce yourself. Sorry.
Oh, me.
I'm Judith Montgomery in the Massachusetts chapter.
You at least know me.
Yes, I know. I said I know you, but I don't know anyone else.
Oh my gosh, you know, we have pages and pages of people on there.
Hey, I have a question. Did we invite anybody from the national chapter to participate today?
We sent out, I did to the,
I have Bianna. I invited Bianna and I invited Natalia. Okay.
That's all right.
Are we going to,
Judy, you need to mute because we can hear your husband.
He's leaving.
are we going to be walking around the galleries today, or just having our own?
We are going to take a virtual tour of it. And to answer your question, Susan, this is really something that started off Kate found the program and she was playing around with it, and then she reached out to Roberta and I, and we all kind of came together, and we thought that this was just a great idea to really bring all the chapters together. We really got along. It was wonderful. All of us met in December. We all were exhibiting at Arts Basel, and we had an amazing lunch. We realized that Miami people do not wake up until late, so finding lunch, you know, we were trying to find some place that was open around 2. It was like 1:30 or something, and not a lot of places open till 3. So we were trying to find a place to eat, and we just all got along really well. And it was just something that we stayed together. You know, Kate had this brilliant idea, and you know, all 3 of us are so comfortable. I think we've seen each other in every, you know, where Roberta just came out of the ocean, her hair wet, everything. Us lying on bed, us in the bathroom, you know, we just all get along really well.
Yeah, that last meeting when we had to do a last-minute meeting at 11 o'clock, we were hanging the show, you know, Jennifer turns it on and I see her shower behind her, and I realize she's hiding in the bathroom not to wake anybody in the house. And she's holding her little laptop, and, you know, I'm already in bed in my pajamas, you know, and under the covers, and Roberta has 800 people walking behind her because she has house guests. So
from a swim, and so
yeah.
I did not invite. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I did not invite Bianna or Natalia to the today's gathering. I think the 3 chapters are doing very well. What I did do was I promoted the chapters to the people that I felt would benefit by joining the chapters. And that was about 20 of the friends that I had when I retired in December. So I think they will probably in August, when the dues renewals come up, they will probably consider joining, because I think you guys are doing a fabulous job and deserve a lot of credit and a round of applause for this. This was excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. You know, it's you guys drive us to try new things. We were all sitting there in COVID going, okay, so we're going to look like we completely do nothing in our chapter, or we better pull something out of the hat really, really fast, because the gallery world just came to a screeching halt. So it was really fun. And, you know, I probably never would have, you know, had a panic attack and, you know, got on the web and tried 20 different software packages if it hadn't been for COVID. So I think it's just going to be great. And Roberta and Jennifer are just fabulous to work with. So
does the National Association do anything to promote our chapters?
The newsletter,
okay.
We've asked them if they'll do some more things.
That was one of the questions brought up.
Yeah. It's something I know that all of us have. All the chapter heads have actually had meetings with them, and we've expressed, you know, more supporting the chapters, and not only from the website, from, you know, just having it from our page, also, you know, doing more like on Instagram, on Facebook, posting of our shows and things. So these are definitely things that we've mentioned, and it's something that they're working on. But they also, so if there's questions that you guys have, and if there's something that you'd like to see done, it'd be great for you guys to write to us, or even maybe write to Bianna. Because I know that Bianna is a liaison for the Mass chapter. She's also, we can, you know, it might be something that you may want to express to them too. So
I feel like they should be thrilled at what the 3 chapters have done.
Oh.
I mean, it's innovative and it's exciting and
it's thought-provoking, it's youthful.
It is
fun.
It is.
I mean,
and it gives a sisterhood. It really brings us together, where a national, as wonderful it is as it is, there's that little bit of a separation. So this brings us together even closer. It makes you feel like you actually have some kind of connection beyond just a name. So just beyond the title, which is a very honorable organization to belong to, we actually have that connection with one another. When we start to, I have art salons that I do. So now if Florida has been doing art salons, we get to know, like I knew the art before I knew the artist a lot of times. And so I could recognize your artwork long before I could remember your name. I'm terrible with names. So this is giving me the name to the art, and it gives me even your thinking behind your art. So this is what this is doing, these online things that we're doing. And now with these virtual that we're doing is not just like throwing your artwork up. This is like connecting with what our kids have been doing for years. This is like navigating through a new virtual reality. And it's going to go even another generation, I'm sure, eventually. But right now, it's not just sitting static art up ahead of you. This is actually virtually being able to move within a plane to learn about what our art is. And then eventually we'll be able to divide that and actually have it connect with each of the artists. But these connections with the art reception
This is fabulous.
So this
Ladies, I must leave you. I'm sorry. I have to join my grandson's 21st birthday party.
Oh.
So, but this is wonderful. I had hoped that we would be walking around together or
Did you want to say anything quickly, Helene, about why you joined?
About what?
Helene, I know you've been a big help with NAWA Florida, a lot. But would you want to join in with Some Like It Hot? What was your motivation with your art to come into it? Did you have a reason?
Oh, I think it's the most fabulous idea.
What was your
we
thought
should do this
behind
even
wanting to be
when we
part of
do
it?
have gallery space. I loved walking around it. I'm not doing it very well, and I had hoped that we would do it together and I would get better at it. But it's fabulous. The work is incredible. I'm looking at the faces of people that I would like to know for real, and I'm hoping that someday we'll actually really meet.
Well, hopefully some of you guys will join us in Charleston for the Pat Conroy exhibit that's at the Venue that is open to you guys. I mean, we'll do it virtually as well, but that gallery space is pretty fabulous and it's not that far from Florida. We're kind of in the middle, you know, so maybe we'll see some people there. So that they're pretty positive that they're going to be able to do the reception. It might have to be open air, but they're pretty positive they're going to be able to do it. We'll be masked, I'm sure, but
I'm rooting. I must get off. I'm so sorry. I'd really like
it's nice to meet you, Helene.
Thank you for joining us. Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, yeah, so anyway, while I'm thinking about it, so when we set it up, I set it up so that it'd be live streaming. It should be live streaming on NAWA Florida chapter. We have on our Facebook. It's called NAWA the Florida chapter members share, and that's on the Facebook. That should be live streaming. I could double check it, but later I'm gonna. I'm sorry, I lose my voice. I should drink more wine. Anyway,
So, Roberta, how many
I'm
people
gonna edit,
are
make sure that
online?
it's cleaned up, but I'll upload to YouTube.
Roberta,
There
how
were
many people are
29.
online?
Right now I have 29 participants. 29 participants right now.
That's great.
I have a question. Is
Yeah,
there?
you know what it is? I find that when you do anything online, a lot of times it takes, like it has to become a habit. Like the art salons, the first one, I think we only had like 5, and then it kind of got larger and then it went down a little bit. But I think people have to get used to it as become comfortable. It's not an easy environment for people that are not, I mean, to me, it's becoming second nature, but it will be like that for everybody. It just takes time. Everything takes practice and time.
And I think Kate is fabulous at reminding everybody. I like when I get my emails from her because then I know what dates. You're all three very good with communicating about the shows and the deadlines and that. I think people have to get that information all the time. It's important.
A question?
It is important. And I have this wonderful group of people that I work with who beat me with a stick to make sure that I do it.
So
I actually have some people that are willing to work. Now that I'm back online, I have people that normally were not able to help out because they're traveling or they're up north in Pennsylvania. They're now saying that they want to get back more involved because we're into this virtual environment.
So I'm often
So I think
the
that's
person.
excellent.
I just want to talk for a
the other
second.
thing
I'm
is,
often the
I'd be
person
happy to
in.
hear-
Sorry, I thought you had finished. I'm often the
Sorry,
person
what?
in meetings who says, "Could everybody do this? Could everybody do that?" You know, just to make things go well. I'm seeing that a lot of people aren't muted, and if you could mute, that would be really helpful. That when you want to speak, you can speak, but please put your mute on. I'd also recommend that if you're going to be talking about your work, you can put your website up in the chat, so if people want to find it. And finally, if you have a question and you're not getting through, write it in the chat to everyone, and one of the three people will see it, and that way you'll get through. And now I'm muting.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, one of the other things too that one of the reasons that we kind of reached out to do this virtual experience was really adapting to what's going on in our life right now. So it's really our willingness to try something new during these like uncertain times. And I have to thank all you guys, because I think everyone's like being optimistic with everything and just really kind of being very resilient. I mean, I think that's what makes us amazing human beings, amazing artists, is the fact that we do have, you know, there's no other profession that is built to get through anything like this. And the fact that we're artists and we're able to do it is just even more amazing. And there's actually something that Leanna Mooney, she helped created our chapter, and then she also created Florida chapter. And she mentioned, and this was a quote from her, "In capturing the moment of today while embracing the past, we as female artists are in tune with the activity of those," oops, sorry, here. Oh wait, something just happened. Let's see. Okay.
It looks like screen share.
Yeah, it looks like something just, hold on here.
Just click on your Zoom button on the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. Looks like,
But it says it's Lori Berry's screen.
hello. Is that what's coming up?
Yeah.
You're back.
Huh.
Okay. Basically, I guess what I was trying to, hi Lori. So what Leanna Mooney was,
I apologize, I shared that one.
you know, that we as female artists, we're into the activities of those of the past and of the people of the future and the present, and that we're ready to, and we're open to pushing the envelope and to seeing what is defined as art, and art is life and life is art. And I think that's really what brings and drives all our chapters together. And it's also the reason kind of why we put the show together, because we want to continue to keep promoting everyone that's practicing here and just promoting each other. I mean, I think that's the greatest thing that we have for this organization, is the fact that we're able to collaborate with each other, we're able to get to know each other, and who knows? I mean, the sky's the limit when it comes to it. So on that front, we did want to start off by, I know Roberta mentioned about us being on YouTube and then also Facebook Live. We did want to talk about, I think all of us know the theme of the show, with the hot thoughts, the cold emotions, the hot theories, and cold notions. Kate, did you want to share the show and kind of walk through it a little bit, or?
Do I?
Would you like to?
Well, you know, I'm usually, when I do the Zoom share, it's not so hot. So I'm thinking maybe you should do that, because the last time I tried the Zoom share thing, everybody was sighing because it took so long for me to get it up.
Okay.
So just go to the South Carolina website and.
One second.
And while she's doing it, I really want to thank Susan Hammond for all the support that she's given us in South Carolina, and all the times that, she's had to listen to us when we had no idea what we were doing since we're new. She's been extraordinarily helpful. So we're very grateful and very appreciative, and Susan Hammond should get a little round of applause while we're waiting here, because
Thank you.
she has
Thank you.
done a great deal for us.
Well, I just wanted to say something. I retired in December, and Biana took over in basically January. And then in March, the office has been closed since March and is still not open. And in their defense, they're trying to do what they can do, and starting a new position with not that much information and your own agenda has been a little difficult. But I thank you, Kate, for the job you've done with the South Carolina chapter. Jennifer, I love, and she's done a great job with Massachusetts. And Roberta and I have been friends for a long time, and all three of you are doing fabulous. And I just hope more national members join the chapters, because I think in the future, that's really the way it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of online stuff, and I think the chapters are going to play a very important role with all of this.
I also just wanted to add to that. I know that the chapter heads have been getting thanks, but we have an incredible board, all volunteers. Lisa, I could not do the chapter without Lisa. She keeps me in check. we balance each other. So, and the rest of my board is just absolutely amazing. And I think every chapter kind of feels the same way, that not only do the members participate and help out, our boards are really kind of the backbone, and you need the good backbone. You need the good foundation, because without it, you can't really grow. So, and I think we're on your site right now, Kate. How are we doing here?
Okay. Good. All you have to do is, do the full screen thing with the green dot, and
it is full screen right now. Are you guys all seeing that?
Yeah.
You see it?
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, click to enter. Go someplace.
Do you want to mention the names of the galleries?
We named, of course, the Susan G. Hammond Gallery. We thought it was really appropriate to mention or to name our galleries after somebody who was a big force in the creation of our chapters. So for South Carolina, of course, that would be Susan Hammond, and Massachusetts, is that Nella Lush?
Yes.
And Liana Mooney for Florida. So we thought that was a good place to start. The nice thing is that we have lots of people that we can name things after, because we have other size galleries. We have, I think, is there like 5 or 6 different gallery formats? So, we can start coming up with more people, more places, whether it's Frida Kahlo or it's Susan Hammond, they'll all be great women. So,
Susan, since you're here, can you let us know some of your ideas of what made you inspired to start or to work with Florida, to work with Massachusetts, specifically? What kind of helped inspire you to do the work?
I got involved with the Florida chapter because, of course, Liana Mooney, we've been friends since 2000. She passed away in 2016, I believe, but she was a major force. And years ago, I was friendly with a lot of the people that were part of the chapter. And over the years, you know, new people come, older people have issues, and but the Florida chapter has always been very strong, and their work is just wonderful. And Massachusetts, again, Liana and Nella and I still communicate with each other, and she's a wonderful artist, a wonderful influence. And like Kim and Nella and now Jennifer, their boards and everybody have done a terrific job. And I always feel it's better to get your work out in other areas, not just your own area, because people get used to your work, and it's always good to get it out to a different audience. And that's why I've always encouraged people, even at the induction ceremonies, to join the chapters, because Florida has different work than Massachusetts. Massachusetts different from headquarters in South Carolina. And it's really a nice eclectic mix of artwork. So I feel it's important to be a part of all the chapters.
I actually find this a very great statement, because when I've tried to be in shows in other states, a lot of the galleries only show local artists. And
Right.
when you have a connection like this, when you have a connection into a state that is not your own, this does get your artwork out into that state.
That's right. You're right.
It's a unique experience and a great opportunity. Wonderful, wonderful.
It is.
Are you guys able to see my screen?
I think it's yours that we're seeing.
Yes, that's what we're saying.
Did you just go into the another gallery?
That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay.
They are a little slow. That's what I noticed. Or they work better in the app. Are you working in the app or on your laptop?
No.
Okay. You want me to try it?
Because I find it works much better inside their own app. That's what I did notice. I find it ironic that I could move around faster on my smartphone than on my laptop. Also, when you are on a laptop, I noticed that it's like going back to the 1990s. It was easier to use the arrows, you know, to get around than it was to try to use your mouse. It's like I thought I was back in DOS.
The arrows are definitely easier.
Yeah. I feel like I was back into the 1990s and the early times of the computer.
Yeah, this seems optimized for the phone. I had better luck on the phone than other.
Exactly.
I had the best luck on the desktop, actually. I found it.
Which desk, do you have an Apple?
I have an Apple.
Yeah, I think Apple is better adapted to it. And it probably lets you navigate with it's got the mouse that you're navigating with, or what?
I could, but I just used the keyboard. I just used
Touch
the
screen.
keyboard. Work
I'm
perfect.
sorry. You're breaking up. What was it? Are you using
I just used the
the
keyboard.
app? Oh, really? Okay, so the keyboard still. It's working well with the keyboard, I say. Better than the mouse. But you know, that has to do with the app. The app I noticed comes from New Zealand. Everybody, as far as, I like it because it is kind of a virtual as opposed to being static. You do actually, you're dynamic, you're moving around, but it's going a little slow on this. Let's see.
Okay, so do you want to just tell people what you're doing?
Yes. I don't think my screen is coming in clearly. I'm not sure if you guys.
I can see your screen. You can full screen it if you go hit the green dot again.
I see a full screen, but it's all black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason why.
Let me try it on mine. You want to give me screen share and I'll see if I can do it because I'm on an iPad.
Has everybody had a wine? I went out of here, but I told him to bring back wine and he didn't come. It's still empty. We're up to 31 people, by the way.
Kate, are you working for you? Are you able to?
I'm not, you want me to do it? Did you give me screen share?
I did. Mhm.
Okay. All right. So let me see if I can do. Okay. No, I don't want. Share screen.
While we're waiting, does anyone, am I on mute? Yeah. While we're waiting, does anybody want to talk about their artwork that they chose for Some Like It Hot? And why they chose to put it in? What inspired them? Anybody? I mean, we saw your work, but it was kind of like a blind jury when we curated, so we didn't really have face to art. So we chose what we felt was made a great, show. But it's good to know, some of the inspiration behind it. So if
I know why. Jennifer, I think you have to turn off your screen share for me to share.
Okay. Get off of here.
Would anyone like to share now or talk about theirs?
This is Sue. I don't know how to put mine up. Are you going to put it up or?
Yes, that's what we're doing right now. My computer, unfortunately, is running a little bit slow.
Okay.
Who's talking?
Sue Gallagher was talking.
Sorry. Let me look.
Okay. Share content. We got Roberta's.
Oh, no. I'm behind you in virtual anyway, though.
Nope, that must be my screen.
Yeah.
Hello, I'd like to talk about my painting.
All right.
All right.
Can you see that?
Oh, I painted my painting down in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And the most unusual thing about the U.S. Virgin Islands is a lot of movies come through. And so they have really hot photographers that come through. And I was participating in a Playboy photo shoot. So these models were really hot. And I wasn't terribly interested in, nude. So I did put a bathing suit on my model. And one of my themes is lying on the ground with an umbrella in the back. And I used the umbrella to create a shadow behind my figure so it pops more. And I really like the red with the Caribbean. I don't know if you've all noticed that, but that's a really pretty color together. And it really says Caribbean life. And so when I was naming it, I thought, oh boy. Well, the most attractive thing a man can see is a woman, and the most attractive thing a woman can see is her first child. So I thought, well, this is just going to explode somebody's mind. So I called it Volcano. And not only that, but the whole Caribbean is made of volcanoes too. So I thought it was a good title for Volcano.
Okay. Can you guys, can you see my screen?
Yes. This is Kate.
Okay. So you can see we're in the gallery.
A few more seconds. Let Candace finish. Kate, can Candace finish the last little bit? Candace, why don't you finish?
Did you all hear me?
Yes.
Just the last part about the volcano.
Okay, well, it was a lot of fun anyways. It was my one time to play with Playboy models.
It's a fun piece.
Thank you.
A fun piece, really is.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't see the screen. All I do is see right now it went back to the Zoom meeting.
And you gotta
Okay.
go to share screen.
Go back to Zoom meeting. All right. It should be.
Share screen.
It should open it with the app again. Okay. Now it's making, now, are you seeing it saying welcome to the gallery?
No, it says Kate's iPad.
No.
No, then it's not going to let me do it then. So I think it's up to Roberta because she's got the laptop. Roberta, you made it work last time.
Let me see what I can do. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can get you in here.
Next time we'll test it in advance.
Give me a second.
Nella.
Yes.
Nella, do you want to talk about how you started the Mass chapter?
Sure. Hold on. I was looking for my painting to, hold on. I think I'm on mute.
No, we can hear you.
Kate, try it again.
Are you talking to me?
I corrected it.
Oh, okay.
Kate, try it again. I corrected it. Fine,
So,
I corrected it.
am I going to
Okay,
talk?
now can you see it?
I'll try.
Oh, you'll try.
No, and if yeah, I'll do it. Okay, no problem.
Meeting.
Try not to take control too much. Okay, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Let me see. I gotta find it.
You know, you could just go in through the exhibit app too.
Yeah.
The software
do it.
app,
Give me a
if that's
second.
easier. Because I think it's going into, or not the app, but
I'm
the
doing it.
system.
Okay. I'm just getting there.
Nella, can you tell us a little bit about the chapter?
Get your second.
Definitely. So let me think about this. What year was it? 2013, maybe? Was it 2013?
Sure.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Liana, Mooney, and I just, Liana was just a bullet of a fire. So the idea with, because of Florida, she thought Massachusetts would have been great. So she basically talked me into it. So that was good. So it was a good start. But I remember starting just from the ground, really. And Jennifer was one of the first persons that came to be part of the board. And Jennifer was about 7 months pregnant. Remember that, Jennifer?
Yes, I had my entourage with me.
So, I would probably say that what helped me the most was actually Jennifer, right from the beginning, because she had so many ideas about exhibits and she wasn't afraid of going and find places and venues. And it was great because it really gave us an opportunity to increase the awareness of women in the arts in the here, and it really has grown. And I think every time we go somewhere in Massachusetts, we always talk about NAWA, and we always end up with more artist members. And what can I say? I think that the chapter is strong because the board right from the beginning was strong, and that's probably one of the main ingredients. You just have a strong board where you can agree to disagree many times, but always remain positive with that goal in mind of what we are supposed to be doing, and just go forth with it. So it's been an incredible pleasure, and I knew that it was I was living in good hands with Kim Alamian and Jennifer and the rest of the board, and it's been doing great. So I'm very happy about it. So congratulations to you all.
Oh, thank you, Nella. And it's great because we've been able to continue with your vision, and also having the sponsorship of ArtScope has been really wonderful too. And we've been able to kind of maximize on, it's been great to kind of do Zoom calls with him now, and then also get on the phone with Kava, where before, I have to say, before this whole, the pandemic started, I think I just emailed him, but to really get to know people, and I don't know if everyone else has felt the same way. This has given us an opportunity to really kind of get to know people that we may not have had the opportunity to get to know, in, you know, what may have taken us a year or so to really know someone. And this kind of pushes us to do that.
I wanted to say one more thing. Of course, Susan Hammond is being an incredible, very supportive person through the years. And we developed a very nice, a nice friendship. And I miss you, Susan. So you're right. I think that this pandemic has given us an incredible opportunity to move ahead, really. And
I miss you too, Nella. You did a wonderful job, and it was great working with you from the ground floor up. It's been terrific.
I know, huh? It was fun. It was fun. But anyway, here we are. Everyone, keep creating. Make us great. Make the chapters and the whole organization great.
So another artist who said they would say something and was following the rules and wrote something in the chat is Bernice. And so we don't have that up on the screen yet. So maybe Bernice can speak as well.
That'd be great.
You may need to unmute, Bernice. I don't know where you are. Is she still here? I just sent her a note saying I saw her. There she is. Bernice, you need to unmute. I don't think she can do it. Can you wave, Bernice, if you can see me? If you can hear me. Okay, so you need to unmute for us to hear you, to say anything. Should be up the top right. Or maybe the bottom left.
It's a little microphone.
Jennifer or Roberta can unmute her because they,
Yeah.
I think. Let me see if I can. I think I can do it.
I should be paying attention to you. Hold on. I'm doing this. I can do it. Unmute. We're on. I was
okay.
I don't
Bernice,
see
are
it.
you unmuted
Okay,
now?
Bernice, you're unmuted.
There you go. You passed.
It's unmuted.
I just unmuted her.
You know what, Bernice? I'm not sure your microphone is working.
Bernice? I do apologize about this. I'm trying to get the screen here. Roberta, are you able to get on? Because I'm stopped right now sharing.
I'm on here. Do you want me to, I think you were on. You have to come out of yours and make it so I can share mine on the screen. I think you're on it. That's why. Okay, so I'm going to take you out, and I'm going to make sure that you see me.
Okay. Okay. Now you're on your screen.
There you go. Now let's see if I get on the right one. Come on.
There we go.
I was in here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm using the arrows, and on the arrows, you just move around left, right, up and down. I'm on my laptop. If I was on my smartphone, I'd be doing this just with a pinching and expanding. Okay. So if I was on the touch, I'm sorry, my throat is so out of it today. So I'm sounding like Janis Joplin. Okay. If I was on the smartphone or on the iPad, I was touched on any touch screen. Simple. It'd be expanding, pinching to get it open and closed. This one is with my arrow keys, simple left, simple right. If I wanted to get back a little bit, I could go down and pull out. I'm going downward to pull out. I'm pulling back. If I want to get closer, go up. See how simple that is? You can literally move around, and as you get closer, you can start reading about each one. So I want to move closer. We were talking about this. You see the shadows of people, it gives that feeling that they exist. Gives a little bit of a reality to it. But see how the writing, the closer you get, you see the writing on the wall? Okay. And you can see out the windows. It's kind of fun. If I break up, it's because I got a little bit of it's storm and lightning here. So I got a little bit of a storm and lightning. Okay. So here we come up. Yeah.
One feature that I liked was that if you couldn't get the line perfectly, you could, on the bottom, hit something in the catalog and it would go right to that wall, align it, and then you can go from there. Like if something was
that too. Okay. Yeah, I was going to get to that. But I was just going to come up. I'm just like, I like the virtual part of it because the kids like that. Young people like that. The 30-somethings like it. So even though we're not as comfortable on this, they love this feature of walking around the gallery, literally like walking about it. Okay, left, right, up, down, to go back and forward. So here's Susan's, and you're looking at it. So let's say I want to be on this one.
It's such a great
I want to look at this one. And I wanted to learn a little bit more about this one. I just double clicked on it, got in closer. And at this point, I can actually, well, at this point, let me move you guys a little bit out of my way here. I'm going to just shift you guys to my left. You don't know this, but I'm shifting you to my left so I can see this arrow to the right. There's a down arrow to the right. And down arrow tells me a little bit more about this piece. Yankee Stadium bleachers. It has the photography. It has the size. Susan enjoys. It talks about it. And I'll let you read if you want, but it tells you about the statement. They're reading all this. It tells the price. You can inquire, and again, ENQUIRE, because it's the New Zealand, which is basically spelled the same way as the British spell it. So if
Can you click on inquire?
Click on
inquire.
Click on
inquire.
So if you're going to click on the inquire, I might be a little slow. Like I said, there was thunder and lightning outside. So when it's done, there you go. It comes to the email. I have the email, I have your message, and send, okay? And you're inquiring about specifically this piece, the Yankee Stadium bleachers, okay? So there's no question about what you're inquiring about, okay? And
go back to.
Yeah. Oh, crumbs. Where was I? There we are. And now invite. This is the fun one. Invite. Over here, you see invite. You click on invite. And this is a great one because when you invite somebody, you can invite them to see the little thing. Your Pinterest, your Facebook, your Twitter, your what is that? What is
Tumblr?
Twitter? No, that's Twitter. So
Tumblr.
Thank you. And LinkedIn, and then your emails. So you can actually invite people to come here, and not only would they come to your art, but they could come to the whole show this way. A great way to pull them into an individual gallery.
Do you want to show them how it
populates? I'm sorry, what?
You want to show them how it populates on your Facebook? When you, what happens when you click Facebook?
So if I was going to click on Facebook.
There's a couple other
reception, sorry.
Well, while it's waiting, there's a couple other features. One is we can put in mats and frames that are virtual, but we didn't because we wanted to just stay with the art this time. But you can pick those things. Here, I'll be quiet.
You can change the color of the walls.
Yep.
Change, we kept it very, it was very it very, very kind of sleek and what a gallery with the white walls and without the frames and everything. And the clarity and the color of the images are really beautiful on this app. So.
And there's no right clicking to download, so it's all protected.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people tell you that your artwork's protected, but then you could right click and pull it straight from it. No problem. This is really protected. And this can go here, and you guys know how to do this, is share on my own personal news story. I could share it to a group.
Oh.
I could share it on a page I manage. Let's say I want to go to share on a page I manage. Sorry, you're gonna see your internet. I don't know if you see this, but my internet's getting weird. It could be on a page I manage. It could be in a group. So let's say share it on in the group. It should pop up again. I'm kind of slow. So, but the default should be your own page. So let's get back to my own share news feed. Okay, see, and it will bring up, come right up and simple as that. I mean, it's just the easiest thing ever.
Right.
After a while, the more practice you do, the more it just all is right there for you, right at your.
And you can tag friends. You can tag someone that you want to see the image right away.
Right.
And into their.
Anyone that's on Facebook knows you could tag everybody. You could do whatever you want. You can anything you want on that. Just okay. So here we are. Are we back? Can you see me now? So I could go back. Is there another? Oh yeah. Let's go back to what was I doing here on the share thing? Where did I go?
And they were starting to do this in Art Basel too. One of the exhibits, what they did was you basically, you can basically, it was even though it was an in-person show, all the inquiries were done virtually. So you would basically do the same idea as this, as you would have the image, you would send it out to email it to someone, and then right away someone can buy it or not buy it, and they would go from there. So it really is kind of the wave where it's kind of the combination. While this is just a virtual, I think the future really is going to be a combination of both.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Also, when you're in this virtual reality, again, you could go down on your arrow and you could back out. And when you're backing out like you're walking away from your thing. You can also see here, I have a catalog. So instead of having to go up to see a catalog, the catalog's down here on the bottom left. Can you see that? Does everybody still see my screen? And there's a catalog right down here on the bottom left. It opens up. I can close it, open it. You go straight to the image that you want, and it takes you right to that image, so you don't have to walk around if you don't want. Again, the younger people love to walk the gallery and do what I just did, but this one takes you straight to the image. So you can go straight this way, okay? So many ways to do it. If you have any questions, they'd have the instructions down here at the bottom. They have the options on what to work with on the top here, over here, the menu, introduction, invite to, so on and so forth. Okay, so is that pretty clear on how it works? Just backing out and doing the bottom arrow, backing out.
And the comments
that we out into the room.
It's just really
sorry, what?
Explore, and it's fun. And you can, once you're in one gallery, you can move to another gallery, and and you can take your time. You can take your time and explore each gallery.
That's the great thing about being able to walk around a gallery and not just see art. Like I said, the young people love this. When I say young, I'm referring to my kids' ages, which is 30-somethings. They love spending time this way. A regular gallery, they don't waste their time with. This kind of gallery, they would actually walk around and take a look and pay attention, because this gives them something to look at. I'm just walking around with the arrows right now, okay? So they're like, okay, they're walking around, and then they say, oh, I missed something here. And look around here, see if I missed anything. Back out a little bit. Of course, I'm not as good or fast as my kids. They'd be telling me how I'm doing everything too slow.
And you can see the little link where it says Tokyo Sunset on the left where of Tokyo Sunset, there's a link. That link, if you click it, will take you to that person's website or whatever website we set it up for.
Weren't the websites set up for were they set up for the artists or were they set up for the chapters for the sale?
Some of it is set up for the chapters. Some of it we didn't have the website address for. So, and I think some of them people didn't have websites or we didn't have the information. So we have to do that next time. I don't know what Tokyo Sunset is set up for. You'd have to click on it to see.
The artists that had websites, their images linked to their website. The artists that didn't have a website, it was linked to their chapter page.
Got it.
That way someone can find them from the chapter page.
Okay, that makes sense. That's great. So I'm just literally, when you double click, it brings you to the in front of it. So it's almost like you're touching the piece. So you double click to get in front of the piece.
What is the close-up?
Area.
What does the close-up look like when you get really close? How much detail can you see?
Let me see. Coming forward, coming forward, coming forward. Well, you know how much your resolution is, so I'm going to go to yours, okay? I'm going to get in front of it. I get close enough to it. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I'm going to see how more. I'm going to double click in front of it to bring me closer to it. I just double clicked in front of it. It brings me closer, and that's it. And that really has to do with the JPEG that they gave us, the size of the JPEG.
You could try the up arrow and see what happens. How much closer do you get?
That's pretty good. I mean, how much, you want to get closer? That's it. That is the closest.
Okay. That's pretty close. Mine's pretty
I'd say it's
liquidy.
very close.
On some of the other ones, you get a lot more texture. Because
Does everybody feel like they're comfortable with understanding how this is working now? Anyone have any questions? I go to the other website. I mean, I could try this one. This one, like I said, my problem is slow and connection right now because of the storms. But it takes a while to load. There's Lisa Moon, Leanna Mooney's gallery. It takes a while to load them up.
Yeah, they're faster on the phone and they're really fast on my iPad and it's a little slower on my laptop. But it's like Roberta said, it just depends on if it's working or not. We get a lot of storms.
It's easy to
no Florida.
It's easy to
storms, and it's got to be. I think the app is the best. Use their app. So, like I said, the getting it all, because think about how much information is loaded here.
And
once
also,
it was easy. Once you saw how I navigated around, it was getting into it. I'm sorry, go on. Kate?
I was going to say, you know, we would all like to get some volunteers and we can do a training class on how it's set up and it's done. We'll practice our Zoom a little more and then do a training class for anybody who wants to learn how to be a curator.
And I have to say, yesterday, my son and I got a haircut, and Jonathan, while he was waiting, he actually went through these. He went into one of the galleries and had fun looking at the artwork. And he's 6. So it kind of shows you that it kind of spans from all ages, and it's very kind of easy to maneuver. And it was kind of fun to see him go through the different galleries. Nella, he went through your gallery.
It is really fun once you start playing with it.
The kids are doing this second nature. My 30-year-olds are, this is second nature to them. They've been doing this for 20 years. iPad or something that is app instead of just online with my old, this is an old Dell, and I'm in the middle of storms, and I'm still getting on. Once I'm on, I'm good, but getting there is not easy for me right now. So other than that, I'm doing fine. Once I'm on, I'm good. Let's see if I can get another one that's they're not opening as fast. Let me try another one.
So while she's trying to do that, we tried to set up the one feature I would like to see is
you want to move on? We could always move on.
See if she can get it. We tried putting a guest book right underneath the portals because it's really important to try and capture everybody. And I think we got like 6 people. So I would like to see a way that we could capture the information better so that we have a better subscriber list, because that will help us all. So we might need to just like pool our resources, and anybody who's willing, we can put together a mailing list so that every time we do an exhibit, we can send an email out to everyone until we can come up with a guest book feature. That's the one thing that I told them that would be really great to have in the program.
One of the things also that's nice to do is that when you have a website, you have that feature where it says sign up, or you could sign up to be on your emails. On me, something like tell me where you found out about me. You can actually have that personally added to your website. Talk to your website designer, your webmaster, and have that added, because that lets someone say not just hello, I want to know more about your work, but also leave you a little note saying where they found you. Then you can know whether they found you from an art show, from an exhibition, from a friend, from here, from online, or from an actual virtual or physical gallery. This can be a fun way to learn where it's working.
Right. I don't think it's going to work. Roberta, do you want to go into exhibit.com and show them how we find statistics? Or
I'm sorry, what?
You want to go into the actual exhibit.com and not where we set it up? That might be faster.
How crappy my environment is here, right? Yeah. I don't think I have passwords though. That's the problem. Oh, come on.
Some of the pieces that are in the show, we were just talking about some of the I know for myself, the piece I chose was Mother Earth, and it really was the idea of when you look at the piece, it really deals with the idea of just kind of how Mother Earth is changing and the environment, and the idea of how basically year after year with the global warming and everything, how everything just keeps changing. And that's where my piece came from. Does anyone else want to talk about their piece and what inspired them? Because some people did it as more fun. Mine was a little more on the serious side, but still the colors were fun.
I could talk about mine. I don't know if you can hear me, or is it breaking up while I'm trying to do this? Okay. Yeah, I was trying, I says mine's less serious than anybody's, I think. I was just goofing around with mine. I just was in one of those moods where, you know how Rosanna, Dana, how she's still, it's always something. No matter what, it's always something. So my whole thing is like, if you finally get that ice cream and then it just, you take that one first lick and then it just falls over and it ends up on the ground, it's always something. I was in one of those moods. And I think I've had a whole series lately of those, if it can go wrong, it's going to go wrong. That's my whole summer lately. So I just did that. It was kind of like, if I don't put it on paper, I might like pull my hair out. So,
Okay.
So I put it on canvas just to make me feel better. At least I can laugh at it.
You need to take the S out of that, Roberta.
Oh, thank you. That would help if I can learn to spell. Okay. There you go. Thank you. I saved it wrong. See if that comes up. See, it comes up wrong. Isn't that weird? It wants to do the wrong way. There you go. So this is what we're using. This is the program. Can you all see it?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we don't have to really show ours. I don't have it signed in, do I?
No, but I can give you the password. I'm pretty sure that nobody's gonna. I'll text you the password here.
Okay.
Hold on.
I mean, I probably have it here, but I'd be searching longer than it's worth.
Oh, okay. I just have to find you on here.
Maybe they have ours here. They probably see ours here.
It's okay. You know what the screen name is? It's our email, Art Divas.
Yeah, give me a second though. Yeah, let me see if I can just. I don't want to be showing it all off. It's not right. Do that. Give me a second.
I just sent you the password.
My phone?
On chat. But I just sent it to you on chat.
Thank you.
It's just the NAWA's email address. It's our artdivas@nawa.com is the username.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go in there. Get this in, put that out.
So you can see there's all the different galleries.
Yeah, they show you the different galleries: solo, marble, the long gallery. That's what we're in there. You saw it.
So the three main ones are the long gallery, and then the smaller one that is Some Like It Hot is the solo gallery that was used.
Yeah, this solo one here. I'm trying to move you guys out of the way. Okay, solo one there, and the long gallery here. Okay, I did try to sign in. Let's try this again. Come on, wakey, wakey. Come on. Okay, oh, I'm already in because I forgot to sign in.
Okay, so see the little black, scroll down to this, go down to Susan Hammond. See the little square that said it's black with the little orange around it.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that by Susan Hammond. That's going to give you your stats. And they're like, by the hour. I don't know how often but give it just a minute and it'll populate.
Yay, it came up.
Okay. So
now you can talk about it.
Okay, so it shows what's happening this week. And it looks like it's pretty slow. What gallery are we in? Do you know which one?
No, okay.
Okay, well, so it has last week, and then we really haven't started, I don't think, this week. I think it's got Monday. They're New Zealand time, so we're Sunday, and they're actually showing Monday. So as of, today, on their time zone, there's 9 views. Last week, you can see that this was the week after the show. We had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It dropped down for a couple days, and then it came back up. And then it tells us that we had 540 views for people went into that gallery in July. And then it tells us the top number from each country. So where we're seeing people. And this is organic, which means that we haven't done any advertising, not even $5 worth on Facebook. So what this does is this tells us what we can do without any advertising. And then at this point, you know, we need to start budgeting for exhibits so that we can grow it, that we actually spend $5 a day on advertising or $10 or whatever to give things a boost. But that also shows us that when everybody is sharing and sending out the links, that we have really good traffic. So because you know that there aren't 1,000 of us, and we didn't all you know, 82 of us go into the gallery 540 times. So we did get some really good traffic, and that would be from sending out the exhibits. That's from posting it on your Facebook. So if everybody posts something on their Facebook a couple times a week and on their Instagram for the month during the show, then we probably would double our views and we might start getting some sales. We did get some inquiries, and there are a couple people that are thinking about some stuff. They asked a couple questions, and so that's good. You know, inquiries are the first step. I started posting things on my Facebook page and just said, wow, what a beautiful painting, and this is only $500. And I've started getting people to IM me saying, how do you get there? So it's kind of up to us to do the organic traffic.
And it's like a carpe diem. Like this is up while we're doing this live talk. This is a perfect time to get onto like the Facebook to say, yes, we went live today. If you haven't already, come over to NAWA Florida on our Facebook. I'll let you in there and you could share it to people. I will get it uploaded to YouTube tonight and tell people to see us tonight. At least they'll get to know what this is all about. You'll get, you know, you'll hit a market that you normally wouldn't get to hit. You'll find people that will be interested in seeing what this whole virtual art group, because people don't know what virtual exhibition really is. We're opening a new genre to people. This whole new a new avenue, a new medium, so that they don't have to get and actually see what they want to see, and they know by putting our faces to it now that this is real art. This is not some bogus thing coming from some, you know, person's printing shop in some tiny little place in another part of the world. This is real artists creating real art that they're really selling online, you know, and so this is real. And even if it's virtual, it's still real. And this is what you got to sell. This is what you got to understand. This is what you got to get people to realize, that we are real artists selling this work. So carpe diem, get it out there, you know.
That's right. And the other thing is to be able to use this in conjunction with doing a live show wherever it is, as long as we're telling, you know, we're explaining to the gallery or the museum or wherever we have our work, that we will also provide, you know, if that's what we want to do, an exhibit that is online, and we will drive more sales to your gallery. So that's a selling point just for us to get exhibits, because we can now show them that we get 540 people looking at our exhibit online, and wouldn't you like people to have that inquire button go to your gallery? Because then they can handle the inquiries, and this will just be an added thing that we do. So that will help them out during COVID too, or at any time, because that's going to give them additional traffic. So there's a lot of different avenues that we can look at.
Okay. Does anyone else want to share about their art while we're kind of, unless we want to talk more about this? This is what we've been doing. Oh, I guess I can come out of this and show you. Let's see. Is there anything else you want to talk about here on Kate?
I don't think so. Unless you want to show people how we edit.
Well, if anyone wants to help us with, you know, volunteering to be curators,
we'll do
really
a
fun. I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll do a training.
yeah, but we'll do that privately.
You don't
We
want to do
need
that
you know,
because then it makes it paid.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
click new exhibit.
That's I said. I went over there. I went like this. But no, you don't want to do new exhibit. We'll have to pay more money. But we on any of our existing ones, you're basically in there and you're showing it. But once you go live, we're live. So we don't want to be messing with that at this point. Andrew, I have someone's hand up. Andrew Tate, asked to unmute.
That's Bernice and Andy.
Okay.
I want to say too that we've known just from, just being able to be seen all over the world, being seen in Italy and being seen, I mean, it just helps our visibility. And, just for ourselves, our chapter, just putting our works online, we've already had 3 sales that have come out of it. So I just think with us moving forward and doing shows that are in person and doing shows virtually is just another way of really getting us out there and staying present with all the social platforms. So I think you all.
Jennifer, did you say we do have sales? Have we had a sale?
We haven't had a sale on the show yet, but what I was saying was the sales, we have had some shows, our shows that are connected to our website. We've had 3 sales already on our site, on our chapter. So I just think the longer this is up, the more that we can publicize it and send it out to people. I think it's just gonna drive more people, and the inquiries will lead to sales. So I think this is all positive, and I think it's wonderful that we're able to add this new element into all the chapters and bring us together.
Is there anyone else like to share about their artwork, why they chose it? I'll come out of here. If we're not gonna do this anymore, I'm gonna put my screen sharing. Is that okay?
This is Bernice. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there she is.
Hi there. How are you?
Good.
Good. We had our problems with muting and unmuting, but we're here now. I just like to share piece that I put in. I did it because as I was thinking about doing Sassy Lady, I thought about and I've gone through a lot of different kinds of art, but I wanted to do something for the handicapped or the disabled. So I wanted them to look sexy. I wanted women to feel good about themselves. You'll notice she has, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah, so she has no arms. So I wanted, this is where I'm going now. I wanted handicapped women to feel good about their body, to feel that they are as sexy or look as good as what we call normal. So that's where I'm going. So I've tried very hard to let them understand that they're women. They should feel good about their bodies. And we have, if you have gone to the Louvre, then you've seen that there's so we have done a lot to try to move this. So let her know she's not the only person, or this art is not the only one with because there's Venus de Milo, so she's my Venus de Milo. So did you hear me? Or I've had so much trouble with muting and unmuting. Did you get any of it?
Yes, we did. Thank you. It was great to.
Thanks. Yeah. So that's it. She's gone. Are you still there?
Yes, we're here. Judith, did you want to talk about your piece that's in the show?
Yeah, that's the piece I was talking about, Sassy Lady. I put her in because when I did her, I was driven to do something for the handicapped women. So that's why she has no arms. I wanted her to look sexy. or feel good about herself. If you've gone to the Louvre, you know about Venus de Milo and other pieces. So she is my Venus de Milo, and I want women to feel good about themselves, no matter what you look like, and to feel sexy. I try to make her as sexy as I can, and I think she looks sexy. I hope when other folks look at her, they will see a sexy woman that wants to be handicapped and will give them courage and a vision to move on. Yeah, or disabled.
You're redefining what hot is.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes, there you go. Absolutely.
Nice.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. What is hot? Hot is whomever the person, whatever you conceive, hot to be.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bernice. I think that you have your screen turned off, though.
Yes.
It just says Andrew Tate A.
Yeah, I apologize.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We can hear you fine.
Yeah, so with that, I'd like to say, NAWA is new to me. This is my first season. However, going forward, I'd like to become more involved, and we'll talk. You'll let me know if there's a place where you can use me, and as we go forward. I'm enjoying this opportunity to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Bernice.
Thank you, Bernice.
It's been great having you.
Yeah.
You did our art walk in Savannah last month for us.
Yes.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Would anyone else like to share? We're down to a really easy grouping here now. So, Penny, would you like to share? You have to unmute. Unmute.
So I've been involved with circular forms for a while, but with the whole pandemic, it seems that the physical and what is actually the pandemic shape really has come to the fore. So a lot of my artwork now is really more frenetic and is really more intense. With sharp pieces and shards cutting in and out. And so I've been doing several canvases, painting over canvases, and really pulling out forms and shapes that, for me, emphasize what all of this is about and where we are today.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Roberta?
No, so thank you. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
That's excellent. Okay, Sandy.
Susan Hammond.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Roberta. I was going to say, Susan, did you know the guy that was in the stand that you took a picture of?
Take the mute off, Susan. Here, I'll unmute her.
Okay.
Actually, I could have named it social distancing if I had taken it this year. But actually, this poor guy was sitting in the bleachers by himself with his shirt off and was rooting for the Yankees like the bleachers were filled with people. I thought it was amusing, and he was having a grand old time by himself. So that's kind of why I like things that are like a little bizarre or a little stand out a little bit different. So that kind of did it for me.
Well, you're in the right
He wasn't
place.
going anywhere. Looks like he kind of planted himself there for a long time.
He was there. Yeah, he was just sitting there for a long time. Yeah.
I love that picture of him being by himself like that in the stands. It was hysterical. I thought it was great.
Thank you.
Let's see.
CJ, CJ is one of our newer members.
Yeah, but Sandy, I'm gonna go down the line here.
CJ, did you want to talk about your piece?
Sure.
Thank you, CJ.
I tried to put it up, and I'll try it again as a virtual background, but it gets very weird. You see?
I like it.
Maybe if I got out of the way. It's kind of a pretty simple landscape. just, it was just a very brief moment in time in Wellfleet when the sky was on fire. It's in the Susan Hammond Gallery if you want to take a look at a better version of it. But it's making me feel like I'm Predator or something, so I'm going to
It's a beautiful piece.
Yeah, I like those pictures.
And the light is just gorgeous. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Happy to be a member.
Oh, we love having you, CJ.
Member.
That's great.
Thanks.
Who next?
Sandy.
Judith Carlin.
What? Oh,
About
what?
Judith Carlin.
Unmute.
Unmute, Judith.
Unmute. There you go.
Okay. This is Shut the Shame Up. And it's based on our standard of beauty, that our standard of beauty is too narrow. And you see a heavy woman enjoying an ice cream cone, a simple ice cream cone. It's not a huge ice cream cone, it's just a nice ice cream cone. And these skinny, mean women are glaring at her. They have dark clouds over their heads, and they actually look like they're about to die. But yet the woman enjoying the ice cream cone might not be their standard of beauty, but she's beautiful, and she's having a simple ice cream cone. And I was very moved once when I first heard the quote by Goethe, "Every form correctly seen is beautiful." And I really believe that. And I've never understood why skinnier or taller is better than heavier or shorter or blonde hair or dark hair or what color eyes. And so that's what my painting is about.
I love your work. I'm a big fan of your stuff.
It's fun.
Just because you think you're a social, you see society and you reflect it, but you reflect it differently than others. I love it.
Thank you.
I love your work.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So now maybe Sandy. You're up, Sandy. Unmute yourself.
Unmute.
Mute.
Am I there? Am I unmuted?
Yes.
Okay.
You're unmuted.
So this is my picture on my phone because I couldn't figure out how to do my background. So it's a sunflower, and sunflowers certainly here in South Carolina represent hot summer days, and just the summer. It just represents the summer to me. But just putting a sunflower didn't do it. So this is a photograph, and so behind the photograph, I sandwiched kind of wavy colors of pinks and blues and purples to kind of give it the feeling that the sunflower was on fire, and I call it sunflower glow. So that's my sunflower.
Very lovely.
Very nice. Thank you.
It looked like watercolor. I didn't know it was
it does.
photograph.
The background actually is more watercolor looking. So when it's behind the sunflower, the watercolor just jumps out.
Marcia, did you want to talk about your piece?
I don't even remember which one I put in.
You put in the one of the roses. You put in the rose one, huh?
I did?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, why did I put it in? Because it's hot. I don't remember why.
Well, do you want to talk a little bit about your technique and how you use onion skins to?
I used onion skins, and what I did was I stained the paper with onion skin dye, which I boil until it's very hot, very, very hot. And then, I'm sorry. And then I look at it and find images that come out, that come to me. And so when I was painting that one, I was involved in this project called Roadmaps. And so I just saw roses in it, and it was really about connecting the roses, and it's called a rose to a rose to a rose, based on Gertrude Stein's saying a rose is a rose is a rose. So it has that sense of longing in it, and like more emotion, of like wanting to get from one place to another and not sure if you're really going to be able to get there.
What made you start? I thought it was unique now that you spoke of it, because like I said, I have to remember faces to the art. I can remember the art, but not always the people. So I have to get it together. And now that you said it, I remember the onion skins. That was very unique. What made you start working with onion skins? And maybe that is the process is Some Like It Hot. But maybe that's what started you using onion skins as your process?
I began, the first one that I ever did was when I was in graduate school. And, you know, I was in a regular, you know, traditional grad school program where we were not really using anything that involved craft. It was like pure painting. And so I was thinking back to like what it was that excited me about painting. And it always goes back to, you know, when I was a young child and my mother used to dye Easter eggs using onion skin dye. And to me, that was just like pure magic. And, you know, just very exciting. And so from there, well, I left that process for a while and continued painting. In fact, large scale oil paintings that were, well, I've gone from using paint in a very loose manner to very tight manner because I was using medieval motifs. And then that evolved into a large painting that I did using medieval motifs, but I was using plaster, gesso, and like burnt raw sienna. And then I thought, but this, I can get this better with the onion skin dye. And so I started just dyeing a lot of paper. I did a project with dyeing compressed cellulose sponge. And then, I mean, like large sheets of it that I had to find online and, you know, and had sent to me. So I was using the large sheets and I was dyeing that with onion skin dye. In fact, that's the series that I used when I applied for NAWA. And then from there I did many series of that onion skin dye, and using a lot of my themes have to do with like disenfranchisement or you know, social justice and injustice. And
this is interesting, but I didn't want to go into a whole lot of it. But that's interesting for our art salon. Jennifer, maybe perhaps you guys could do an art salon for your group and start focusing on our workshop, because the whole process would be an interesting concept of using processes that have never been done, like or are not usually done, such as using the onion skin. But I know we only have like 10 more minutes left. And I want to make sure we get 2 more people in here. So if you don't mind, I apologize, but I want to make sure everybody's represented here. I'm sorry, I apologize. But your piece is beautiful. I remember it now. Like I said, face to art. So I appreciate it. Very beautiful piece. Thank you. Thank you. We have left is Kirsten. I don't know how to say your last name. Unmute.
Hi. Hi, Hen.
Who is that?
You want to talk
That's
about your
pretty neat.
piece?
There we go.
Here.
Sorry. Me.
Hi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did I choose it? Or how did it come about? I chose it because you gave us this wonderful subject of hot. And it's a fire. It's a big blossoming, reaching up past the sky layers fire.
Remind me which piece is yours again?
It's a dye painting on silk, a lot of color.
The name?
Flowy, fluid. My name is Kirsten Ilsa.
No, I meant the piece.
Oh my God, what was it? Rapture and Quarticity.
Okay, I think I know it. Okay.
Fire being volatile. Quarticity is like the measurement of the volatility within the volatility. You kind of, when you do math for finance and science, you kind of check how inaccurate your inaccuracies are. But it's kind of rapturous when you can really assess things that deeply, when you can figure out what the information is telling you. But the painting itself is just as many colors as I could fit into one giant flame. So
one giant flame.
Thank you for taking it. Now it's a sold painting, so you can't sell it again. I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
But I thought it fit with the theme, so I put it in there. And thank you so much, everyone, for taking part. It's such an amazing exhibit, and it's such an honor to be with you.
And I think it's, and now Kate, of course, I don't think you talked about yours. I mean, I love those flowers. They're just like, boom, they're exploding. But you gotta unmute. Unmute.
Unmute. Okay, there I am. You know, a lot of my work is similar from the standpoint that you like to use nature's forms, but not necessarily as anything more than a way to show my metaphors. You know, so that piece is called, you know, Morning Heat. And I don't know if you can see or not. I really like the shapes of petals, and I'm really into Michelangelo and his really big, huge, epic pieces of work, and I love things that feel like fabric and sensual. And so usually whatever I'm going to do, I pick which form of nature I'm going to use, and then I start putting the elements together, so that we can have some morning heat. And you know, I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see it. Out of the way. And you know, and I thought, okay, if the show's Some Like It Hot, we better have something sexy in there. And you know, I actually am really surprised. I thought I was going to see a whole lot of vaginas. So, you know, you guys did a really good job. I didn't see 800 of them, you know, and I thought, well, you better not go very close to that. So I usually prefer that people work and find their own metaphor.
For the next show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did see one, you know, papaya and bananas that looked pretty.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, it was. But I just decided to have some fun and do something that was a little bit lighter and just think, you know, it's fun. And for me, pink is a really hot color, and I like the pinks and the fuchsias and the everything. So that's pretty much what I was thinking when I did this one.
And it's looser for you too, you said.
Yeah, you know, I wanted it to feel like a certain type of flower, but it really isn't any particular flower. It's more about finding that sensual drapery, flowing, you know, sexy feel. And flowers a lot of times have all those feelings in them. So I don't always like to paint silk because it looks like silk. I like to paint flowers that look like silk. So it's fun. We're having a great time.
I like it.
Yes, it is.
Well, I like it because your flowers almost feel tangible.
Yeah, you know, it covers a lot of areas. We've had a really good time doing this show together. And I am just really tickled that we had so many people who wanted to participate. And the exciting part is now we can start building upon it. And it's a really reasonable, low cost way to get lots of attention for our work and visibility. And I'm really eager to try some advertising experiments and see, okay, so if we target one particular country, or we target only people who like the Museum of Modern Art, or if we only target, you know, I'm sorry, I'm into the analytics, but I think that we can really do a lot by playing around. And I think we're going to really start driving sales too, which is very helpful to artists. We have to have those in the end. You know, we have to have the visibility to get the sales, but you know, the name of the game still is that we will be seen and that we will, you know, make it to those museum masterpiece locations. And to do that, we have to be seen, and we can do that on the internet. You know, we will come up with something that will go viral. I know we will.
Well, we want to thank everyone.
I was reminded people,
I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say really quickly is I always remind people that when I tell you, can you think of a famous artist, you usually think of the image of the artist, not just the art, which means that it's all about promoting, marketing. So like almost every artist you could think of, you think of the face. These artists that think they can hide in their studio and never be seen, they're never going to be known. So get your face out there. Let's get in there. We'll do the art salons.
We have to have our
receptions. We'll be online. We'll show whatever face, whatever look we want to do, whatever way we're going to be.
Yeah,
make
that's
yourself
right.
known.
We have to have our little hats and our, so,
I mean,
well, it is all about
that, but it disappear. So, but whatever you can do is that we have to be known, and that way you will be able to get, you know, face to art, okay?
Face to art.
I'm sorry. So Jennifer, you want to wrap it up for us?
Yeah, I just wanted to say too that, you know, art is very powerful in the sense that it has the ability to elevate people and to inspire them. And I think that's what we're all doing. I think everyone should continue to keep inspiring. And I know that you, Roberta, you were saying about, you know, having Mass do like a talk and things like that. We're actually putting something together with our founder, with Nella. And Nella's going to be doing once a month. She's going to be kind of doing a critique, welcoming into her studio. And she's going to be inviting, and we're going to open this up to everyone. So to the other chapters too. So stay tuned on that. And also everyone apply for Vendu and for the other shows that are coming up, and stay tuned and promote the show. And it's a beautiful show. It's our first debut, and I can't wait to do more.
Right.
So I thank all of you guys.
The Vendu is still thinking that they're going to do $30,000 or $40,000 in advertising for the exhibit, which is going to be good because now they're all excited about our virtual aspect. So they'll be promoting that as well. So that one, you know, it'll be real interesting to see because it'll be both. It'll be virtual, it'll be physical, and we'll actually have some advertising dollars. So I'm really excited to see what direction that takes. And sales.
It's always the dream. We'll get there.
We are.
Okay, well, I'll be pausing or stopping the recording when we all say goodbye. So goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very
much. Have a great
for joining us.
evening. Bye.
Thank you.
My drink.